Hey guys, welcome to another video. Something a bit different for you today. Now, up in London for the last 10 months or so, there's been an exhibition at the O2 called Star Wars Identities. Now, I've been meaning to go the whole time, and today is in fact the last day that it's on, but I have my tickets and we're going to go and check it out, so let's go. And cue crappy commentary. Now, we don't actually live too far away from the O2 in London. We decided to drive up to only live about half an hour by the train, but it took about an hour in the car. Not too bad in the end. We did a lot of queuing that day. We got our tickets and we had a ticket time. You have to arrive to the event. This is actually the time you can start queuing by, so we ended up getting in about 45-50 minutes after our ticket time. We went along and you can actually start creating your character. The whole part of this exhibition is creating a Star Wars identity. Ooh, he doesn't like you. Anyway, it's really cool. When you get in there, one of the first things you see is this really impressive display of armor and droids from all across the movies. You got all the different stormtroopers, the First Order ones, different droids throughout, from all of them really. Pretty cool to see Boba himself as well. That was pretty cool. It was nice to see R2 and 3PO as well. What you can't see in the video is that R2 is actually hand painted. You can see all the white brush marks. It looks terrible in person, but as you can see on camera it looks great, as does BB-8 there. This was really interesting actually. It was the blood tester that Obi-Wan uses in The Phantom Menace, along with the Jedi comlink down there. Again, really awesome to see this one in person. It doesn't really need explanation really, in the carbonite. Along with Slave Leia just reclined next to him. It's really cool. Something a bit more unusual, it's Jabba's animatronic eyes, which kind of sat above the Jabba the Hutt maquette down there. Again, really cool to see how the mechanism behind how the eyes work. I really love all that kind of stuff when it comes to movies. A Tusken Raider, I believe it was from Attack of the Clones. They're a bit different to the ones from the original trilogy, but pretty much the same. I'm sure some guys will be able to tell me different, but it looks pretty much the same to me. A Jawa from A New Hope, I think it's that camera lens. I think it's a camera lens on the back of the gun. That's pretty cool to see as well. Some puppets from the pod racing guys, and Sebulba, I guess this is the set stand-in or a maquette, something like that. These are really good. These are some of the original first paintings to be done by Ralph McQuarrie for pitching Star Wars to the producers and at Fox. That's really great. And some of the first designs for Luke Skywalker. I believe he was going to be a girl at one point, but they kept switching back and forth. But these were really cool, showing how they sort of went through the character design process, designing costumes and the like. Throughout this, we were sort of going through, there's about 10 different stations to craft your Star Wars character, and most of them had options kind of like this, but some you had to kind of sit and choose some of the different options on little computer screens. These are probably some of the most impressive things that for me were at the show, which is these the shooting models, the studio scale ships like this Star Destroyer, which is incredible in the amount of detail that's there. And then you've got these the other ones like the shuttle and the X-Wings, the A-Wings. They were all a bit of a larger scale because I guess they have to get a bit closer. Slave One, also very cool. Things like the snow speeders, they were much larger than I thought they would be for the shooting models for some of these. One of the 8080s as well. I think this was one from The Empire Strikes Back, maybe one of the studio scale shooting ones. Luke Skywalker's costume, Red 5, the original costume, very cool, bit beat up. You know, you can see all bits made of wood, it's great. And Chewie from this looks like it's from The Force Awakens. I don't think any of the original one has actually survived. I don't remember reading the card for this, but it looks like The Force Awakens to me. Han's Empire costume, it's great. And Leia and Lando must also be from Empire. A great collection of Rebel fighter pilot helmets. These are all really cool. I don't know how much of it the damage that's on some of the paintwork was done during filming, but it's good to see more of these choices for characters. I did end up going for Jedi. I imagine a lot of people do, just because it's pretty fun, really. One thing the prequel trilogy did do really well was the costumes, especially Padme's costumes. You got some cool ones there, and we have also Anakin and his speeder bike. Also really cool to see. I find these ones with the strange heads a bit off-putting. Feels like they should have the actual actors' head casts kind of on there, but what the hey. There's one of my favourite characters, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Episode 3. And Plo Koon as well. Very cool. The Emperor and some more of the Jedi there. This really caught my eye as well. It's probably a bit unknown, but it's a sculpture, a frieze from Palpatine's office from Episode 3. So when him and Anakin are sort of arguing and he reveals himself, this is in the background. It's probably something that's done really quick by the art department, but it's really cool. I love to see it. Also, some original designs for Vader showing before the final concept was done. Really awesome. And the Vader reveal helmet from Return of the Jedi, showing some of that inner working stuff. Very awesome. And also the sort of final bit of the exhibit is you kind of come face to face with Vader. It's his Return of the Jedi costume. It's one thing you can't get over. He is big. It would have been... Dave Prowse was a big man, and it's very imposing up there on the platform. And at the end you get a chance to either join the Emperor or reject his offer and stay with the light side. I chose to stay with the light side just because I wanted a Jedi. And here we have some of the characters we created as we went around. The Ewok bounty hunter and the Gungan fighter pilot. And for my one, we pretty much ended up creating Plo Koon as a Jedi, but I was kind of happy with it. It was pretty fun. So that was our trip to London to see the Star Wars Identities Exhibition. It was very good. I enjoyed looking at all the props and costumes, and we made our characters as we went around, as you might have seen. It was a lot of walking. Looking forward to getting some food now. Yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you didn't get a chance to go and see it, I believe it's going to move to the Netherlands for the end of this month, so you can venture over there to see it if you want to. Hope you enjoyed watching. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.